What's up, gang? This is the Extant Featurette channel. I'm Chris, and I'm here with my good friend, Maddie Deering.
Hi.
Hi. You might remember Maddie was my guest shark expert on some videos, reviews in the past. And
Yes.
Maddie is the writer and director of Spirit Animal. And I am interviewing her today because she is putting out a new movie called Bathtub Shark Attack, a feature-length film. So we met years ago at this point.
Yes.
Because we met through a Facebook movie group, and I posted something asinine about Crispin Glover being my dad, and we friended each other. And then I noticed your name. I was like, oh my God, I just saw a movie that you did sound on.
And wasn't that Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies?
It was, and I watched credits, so I was like, wait a minute, I had to message you about that. So we figured out we're in the same city, so we started going to movies together.
Yes. First movie we went to, I think, was that double feature of a Turbo Kid and some Japanese movie that I don't remember.
Zombieology. It was a Dread Central Presents.
Yeah. I don't remember particularly liking that much.
I remember it had
I don't remember
square
anything
chicken.
about it.
It had a square chicken that plagued people. It was like a chicken nugget. It was weird.
I kind of want to watch it now. I mean, I'm sure I'd remember it if I watched it, but yeah. I remember Turbo Kid. I wanted like a Turbo Kid poster.
Oh my God. And Monroe Chambers is in it, and he's so dreamy.
Yeah.
Yikes. So give a little background about yourself and what got you into filmmaking. I have the pleasure of knowing you, and we talked about this a little before, and I know that you dabbled in shot on video.
Yes.
In the past, so.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, as far as filmmaking goes, I've always loved movies. I mean, that's what every filmmaker says. I grew up with movies and everything. And, I never really thought that much about being a filmmaker. And then, I went to this video store, that tape place, and they had all these, low-budget shit movies and stuff. And good movies, So, I remember renting this movie called Killer Nerd for my 7th grade birthday. And that was the first shot on video movie I ever saw. And my friends and I watched it. We laughed our asses off. And we were like, we could do this. And I think that was the first moment I realized I could do this.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize it was shot on video at the time. It was just a, video quality. And, I rented it on VHS. So, again, I didn't know. So, and also, the star of Killer Nerd, Toby Radloff, was in Spirit Animal. He did the voice of the killer tree. Spirit Animal.
Oh, yeah, we're twinning.
Plug.
We're twinning.
Yeah. So it was super cool to have him involved. But that was and, I was a huge Troma fan, Toxic Avenger and all that stuff. So all that kind of stuff just kind of made me really want to get into it when I realized it was something you can do.
Yeah.
And it was even before the internet and all these digital video cameras and stuff. So, my parents bought me a VHS-C camera, which I still have. But I think it's broken. But that's a whole other story. So, I did some stuff for school and stuff on there. Some of it's on the Spirit Animal VHS. 2 little films we did. It was a Wishmaster fan film.
That's awesome.
Wishmaster Reborn. Because we had to do something about mythology or whatever. So I was like, I'm going to do the djinn. But
Dear God.
You can cut that part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and I went to film school at Monessen, PA, and, the rest is history.
Is that the same school that does Tom Savini's makeup program?
Are you asking me because you don't know or because you know?
Is it?
It is.
Is there more than one film school in Monessen, PA?
No, that's it. Yeah. So Tom Savini has a school there, and that's where I met Joe Ruscio, and him and I worked on, even Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies together. That's where I met Cody Knotts, who we did that movie with.
I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it's fun. It's got a great soundtrack.
Especially if you like wrestlers.
Yeah,
it does have a good
wrestling
soundtrack.
fan, but it's a fun movie.
Well, I am. I'm not. I forget the name of that one guy.
Roddy Piper, Kurt Angle. Oh, the $1 Million Man.
The guy scamming down at the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, $1 Million Man. So yeah, and then I decided I was going to put a few $1,000s together and do Spirit Animal. I mean, God, not even a few thousand, like $1,500 or something. And I wanted to shoot it on video, like the Polonia brothers. They were a big inspiration. You know, John McBride. I got huge into SOV, even like, again, before I even knew like really what SOV, but like Cannibal Campout, Wood Chipper Massacre, Splatter Farm, all that stuff.
So I'm a big fan of Spirit Animal. I actually reviewed it. You can find the review on this channel. I'll link it somewhere so you can find that.
Thank you.
Bathtub Shark Attack is a trailer in Spirit Animal.
Yes, it is.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I know that you've had this idea for Bathtub Shark Attack for some time.
So in 2017, I actually wrote Bathtub Shark Attack as a short film. And I moved into an apartment with my friend. And I wanted to create something new. And I was like, new place. Like, let's do something, whatever. So I wrote this little script. I even found some people to be in it. And everything kind of didn't work out and fell apart, which is fine. It happens in filmmaking, as anyone who does films know. So it was just kind of shelved for a while, and honestly, I was just kind of going to forget about it for a while. And then I was like, well, we don't have like the special effects to have a shark and like, the way I want to do it. My cast dropped out except for like one person. So it just kind of, I was like, well, I still want to make a movie. Then when I moved out of that apartment, I wrote Spirit Animal. I was like, fuck it. Movie in the woods. And I took some ideas from Bathtub Shark Attack and from older ideas I had and just kind of combined them all together. And that's how I made Spirit Animal, or wrote it. Because I was like, well, I want to do a slasher movie. What should its mask be? What should its motive be? And what if it changed masks? Like different animal masks. Mm-hmm. And it's how it all came together. So, but Bathtub Shark Attack was something I still kind of wanted to do, but I gave up on it for a while. And then actually really what made me think I have to do this was, Sean Donahue was talking about talking about this with you earlier. He was doing a movie called Toilet Shark, didn't get funded. He sold me the shark Marcus Cook made, and so I had the shark, and I was like, well, I want to make a shark movie, like...
Sharks are kind of your thing.
Yeah, sharks are my thing. I have a podcast, Shitty Shark Show, as well. We can talk about that later. So, and then I turned it into a feature, and I was like, no, I'm obviously committed.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very happy with like the direction it took, and I think it works better as a feature. There's so many new ideas and everything we could put in there. It's a lot more than just people getting attacked in a bathtub. Like, there's a real coming-of-age type story there and everything. It's got a lot of different themes that I think people are going to be surprised. But, and how I originally came up with the idea, I really don't know. It just kind of came to me. Like, a lot of ideas
I know that you had this idea floating around like long before House Shark and all those things.
2017,
yeah,
when I wrote it.
Yeah.
So, because since 2017... it's been, like 5 years. Like, there's been all these types of different shark movies coming out. Like you said, House Shark, which I love House Shark.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love Ron Bunk. Shout out. And, like, they've been releasing lots of shark movies. And they've just been popping up. Mark Polonia makes a new shark movie every fucking week. Shout out to Mark Polonia. Splatter Farm for life. So... really, this came before, like, I'm not going to say the big shark craze, because Sharknado was big. That's really what, even though I already liked shark movies, that's really what made me like, oh yeah, sharks. But even, like, since then, it's like, shark movies are huge.
Oh, yeah.
Now I feel it's kind of a little overdone. Maybe not quite as much as Amityville movies, but it's kind of somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I feel Bathtub is like a very different type of story and not something you'd see. And we're also trying to make the goriest shark movie ever made. And also, like, bathtub sharks, that's people's like irrational childhood fear, and I think that's fun to play on.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people like tell me as I was, promoting the movie, like, oh yeah, after I watched Jaws and I was a kid, like, I was scared of a shark in a bathtub. So it's like...
So what is the process like for you? How is Bathtub Shark Attack becoming a film?
Script, obviously, which I've been working on the script, trying to redo some stuff. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it, but it needs a little bit of work. And I keep doing different drafts and stuff, changing little things here and there. Casting's really tough for me. I hate looking through auditions, picking people. It's very difficult for me.
Well, I know that some of the characters, some of the actors that you chose for Spirit Animal, most of them were your friends.
Yes.
You were able to cast people that you knew. Are you going to go the same route for Bathtub Shark Attack?
A little bit different. We still have some friends. Keith Monahan's returning. Timmy.
Amazing
Timmy,
character.
Yes. Timmy is fan favorite. I'm very happy to be bringing him back. We got Ben Deedles, who I've known for years since I went to that premiere of Slaughter Drive at the Hollywood Theater back in the day, and I met him. Super great guy. Worked with him on Trash Removal, as you know. So I'm happy to work with him, in a bigger role. And so, I'm working with people I've worked with before, and I have some other people, friends returning from Spirit Animal and stuff, and like smaller roles and stuff. But for some of the main roles, since this movie, requires some nudity and stuff, I had to look elsewhere. So, yeah. And the big announcement I made today, like we have Lynn Lowry read the script. She's happy to be in the movie. Our lead actress is going to be Ruby Kraft, playing Cindy, so that's cool. So, yeah, and it was difficult. It's always scary to work with new people. I haven't worked with them yet.
Yeah.
You're watching this like, oh, there's no reason to be scared. I was like, well, I'm always scared working with new people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's definitely a different feeling than Spirit Animal when it was just like friends hanging out. And I hope this has the same feel, but also, I don't know a lot of these people as well as I knew, like, my Spirit Animal family.
Yeah.
And we also have, Tim Gross playing Bill Thummer, the plumber. Tom Gross playing the bartender because he's typecast as a bartender. So, we have a lot of familiar faces and some new faces, so it's super exciting.
Spirit Animal had a lot of references to other cult horror films, and I know that you talked about some of your inspirations. Are you planning on drawing from like the same inspirations as you did from Spirit Animal? And
yeah, there's definitely a lot of there's references to Jaws. Obviously, you can't give them away because you cannot make a shark movie without references to Jaws.
It's illegal.
Yes. So there's references to certain shark movies, and God, there's some references to BoJack because I'm obsessed.
That's awesome. I'll look for
There's
it.
like 3 different references, small and bigger ones. But if you don't watch BoJack, you're not going to get it. But so there's references to movies and art I enjoy, and kind of like with Spirit Animal, I don't want like the references to be like too spot on. Like, God, like some movies where it's like, oh, Reverend Romero. It's like, oh, okay, that's fucking original. It's not stuff that obvious, so it's more subtle, which is kind of how I wanted the references in Spirit Animal to be. I mean, yeah, Lacey, You're Tearing Me Apart is pretty, obvious, but at the same time, it doesn't. If you haven't seen it, you're not gonna be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
It's not like
It didn't stand out. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't weird.
yeah. So yeah, it's got plenty of references, and I'm sure we'll come up with more references and stuff on set. So, like the hotel. I mean, I can say this isn't a big spoiler. They go to an apartment building, which, I'll give you a little bit of the plot, I guess. I haven't really talked about it, but, down under luck couple gets, they don't really have much money, so they find a cheap apartment building. It's called Broslin Apartments. Do you know what that's a reference to?
No.
Hotel Broslin from Basket Case.
Okay.
So that's like
one
of my favorite movies. So, like little references like that. But, they go in the apartment and it's too good to be true. And then, weird shit happens. Something's hiding in the pipes. I wonder what that something is. Not this shark, but this shark is in the movie, Brutus. He was in Spirit Animal. Mm-hmm. Also, there might be another drinking game. Every time you see a shark take a drink, you'll probably be dead.
Yeah. Has anyone accomplished the drinking game from Spirit Animal?
I don't know. You tell me.
I haven't.
Let us know in the comments.
So I have like a 2-part question.
Uh-oh.
I know, right? So I feel like there would be challenges to shooting on video. And then I also feel like, I personally feel like in the horror community, like specifically, it's kind of like different as a woman. Do you feel like your movies are perceived differently because you're a woman?
Probably. I mean,
Like, how many female directors are there? Female horror directors. I mean, I know that Jill Gevargizian, who did The Stylist,
oh yeah, that
that
was
was
a great
amazing.
movie.
Yeah,
I like that movie a lot.
that's the first one that comes to mind whenever I think of indie horror.
Yeah.
After you.
Aw.
So
Rebecca Reinhardt directed The Embalmers, and she's doing Tin Roof soon, and she's amazing. Also, I'm not gonna try to butcher her name. She did Bingo Hell on Amazon Prime.
I haven't seen
and
it.
She did like Gigi. Not even gonna fucking try.
Yeah.
No offense. And she did it was one of the Hulu Into the Dark original movies. Both were really good. I watched Bingo Hell recently. There's not that many other ones.
Yeah, I need to get into more like lady horror, like female directed horror.
Yeah.
So yeah, but have you personally had any like experiences with that?
Not so much.
I know, like personally, just doing my shitty YouTube channel, like at first it was like very intimidating for me to like even do it because I'm like, no one's gonna take me seriously, you know.
But there are so many great female horror fans, and
There
a lot
are.
of female, obviously actresses
Yes.
who are very, and turn directors. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they're making a huge splash in the indie community, which is amazing.
You acted in your first feature film.
Unfortunately,
Do you have any plans on taking the screen in Bathtub Shark Attack?
I think I will have a small role with a death scene. Not saying anything else. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not that I really enjoy acting that much.
Yeah.
But it's fun. And actually, and I didn't even tell you this before, so I got a role in a movie shooting in Waynesboro, PA, called Heavy Duty Man. I got a role in that
That's cool.
as a trans woman in the movie, which I think is super cool because honestly, there aren't many trans characters in movies at all.
Yeah.
And if they are, they're usually the butt of a joke, which I fucking hate.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that I can do a role like that without being a joke, just a regular person.
That's really cool.
And I think that's really inspiring and everything. Heavy Duty Man's in demand on Indiegogo as well, if I'm not mistaken.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that. So I wouldn't call myself like an actress per se. I'm definitely more behind the scenes, producer, director, writer. So yeah, I think people do get excited when they see like, oh, it's a female director.
Yeah.
Because again, like you said, you don't see that often. So especially for, Women's History Month is over, but every month is Women's History Month.
But
And every week is Shark Week. So why
It's a
not
good way to
support
live.
Bathtub Shark Attack? But, people do get excited when they see that because they don't see that often. It's like a different perspective and everything. And I think the story behind Bathtub is like, it's different than just a regular shark movie. Like I said, it's like a coming of age. It's got a lot of different types of themes than you wouldn't normally see in a shark movie. So hopefully people will watch it and this is something different. And shooting on video, my poor cameraman Joe Ruscio. So one of the biggest challenges is it doesn't have like a fold-out screen. Mm-hmm. So you have to look through the lens, which is black and white. So sometimes you don't know how it looks till later. And I mean, Spirit Animal looked great. He did a great job. Even though it was all black and white, through the viewfinder, it was like... So it's kind of going to be the same way, but we have a new VHS camera, which is badass. It's even a light. I was really excited about the stupid light. I don't even know why. But, and this one's even older. I think it's from like 1987 or something.
Wow.
88, 89.
It's a workhorse.
Yeah. So, but it works. We shot the first scene of the movie. And the footage honestly looks a little bit creepy. Like, just the way it looks, it's, it's VHS quality. It's like old and creepy.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say grainy, but it's not really grainy. It's feels like that type of VHS you'd rent in the back of the video store.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Like it's already been watched?
Yeah,
or...
it's already been watched and worn out.
Yeah.
It's like, so actually what it reminds me of is when we shot the opening scene, we have Jennifer de Blasio. She plays our first actress in the film. She's like combing her hair in the mirror. And it reminds me of that video in The Ring.
Yeah.
You've seen The Ring, right?
Oh, absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
Joe hadn't seen The Ring. He should watch it because it's a pretty good movie. So it reminds me of that. And I'm like, that's just what I think about when I watch it. So it's super cool. It's like got that creepy vibe. And even though it's like a horror comedy.
Well, what if it's cursed?
Then I guess I'm going to die. And so are all of you for watching this video. So make sure you pick up a Blu-ray before you die. It just, yeah, it has a different feel. And it's a horror comedy. But I also feel like it has a little bit of a creep factor, which is weird. I don't know. I think it's going to be a really cool, I hope it's going to be a really cool balance of different genres.
That's awesome.
But I love shooting on video. I just love the look. And like when I made Spirit Animal, people were like, why don't you just shoot on digital and convert it later to look like VHS? Why am I going to use a filter? I know how I want the movie to look.
Right.
And I also love the 4:3 aspect ratio. I don't care. I like that aspect ratio. Because that's how I watched, TV and movies growing up. And I still like it.
I watched Spirit Animal on my full screen TV, my box TV.
That's how it should be watched.
I watched it out how it's intended to be
Thank
watched.
you. That's how it should be watched.
And it was a great experience, I should say.
The same way Family Matters should be watched.
Exactly. Because if not, it stretches it and they all look like weird.
Exactly.
It's
so
not right.
I'm happy to have it. Like even when we watched it in the theater, I remember whenever they were testing the DVD, it was like, is it supposed to be like this? I was like, yeah. But that's also how Steven Soderbergh's what's that movie? He shot on an iPhone or some shit.
Oh, isn't it wild that you can just shoot a movie on an iPhone?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
And we're shooting on VHS.
Yeah.
But that wasn't that aspect ratio. I was like, oh yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. You can shoot a movie on an iPhone.
Yeah.
But of course, I was like, well, we can't get the best camera, so let's just go VHS.
Yeah.
Which I already wanted to shoot a movie on VHS. But also, if I don't have the best cameras, I'm going to use. And I also want to teach people, it doesn't matter what format you use. Tell your story. I don't care what you're shooting on how shitty. I don't care if you're using your shitty phone. I'm talking to you, Billy, watching this video right now. I hope there's someone named Billy. I love you, Billy. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to her channel.
How did she know?
But I don't care what you're shooting on. Just film it. We literally shot a movie on VHS. And you know where Spirit Animals played? Iowa City, Gettysburg, Tampa, Florida, Texas Frightmare, Pittsburgh, because it was made here. Right. Oh, it's played in Chicago.
You're going to Cinema Wasteland.
I'm going to Cinema Wasteland. It's not playing there. Hopefully it will in the future. But I'm going there.
It needs to.
Yeah, I'm going to
If they know what's good for them.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to them about it. I'm talking to you, Billy. You're going to be at Cinema Wasteland, I hope.
Oh my god.
Gotta stop. Poor Billy.
Oh.
And this is a movie shot on video. And also, let's talk about the gimmicks. So, Spirit Animal had the gimmick of the smell-o-vision.
Uh-huh, I enjoyed that.
Did you enjoy number 5?
No, I didn't. And
Did you enjoy number 6? That was like the pine.
Yeah, well...
I like that smell.
Yeah, that was good, but number 5, I literally had to, go smell coffee beans afterwards. So...
I love it.
It lingered.
Good. Well, all the numbers were too close together from what I was told.
No, it was just very pungent.
Good.
I didn't think it was too close together. It was just pungent. So what's the gimmick for this?
So this movie's in Splashovision. So if you're in a theater any theater they will let me, which is probably none. I'd like to have a squirt gun and whatever and go in the back and squirt people in certain parts of the movie.
Yeah.
But if you're watching it at home, each DVD or Blu-ray or VHS, whatever you want to buy, comes with a squirt gun. So like if we were watching it right now, a symbol would appear in the bottom of the screen and I would squirt you with a squirt gun.
And if I'm
So
watching
you
it by
gotta-
myself, I have to squirt
Yeah.
myself.
Or if you're watching it with another person, you can have 2 squirt guns and squirt gun fights. Because I want to make movies interactive again. And not enough movies go out of their way for gimmicks like that. You know, something to make it interactive instead of being on your phones, not watching the movie. It's like, watch it and interact with the person
And
you're
if
watching
not,
it
you're
with.
going to get squirted in the eye.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's Splashovision.
That's really cool.
Thank you. It's a little ridiculous idea we came up with. So the movie Popcorn, which you've seen, obviously.
I haven't.
You wait,
actually.
what? Okay,
Yeah,
turn off this camera. We have to watch Popcorn. I didn't
own
realize you
it.
hadn't seen it.
I own it. My husband's biggest crush is in it. But,
Jill Schoelen.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love her. I met her.
Well, you're not the only one.
No, she's awesome. She's like my favorite scream queen. Popcorn was a big inspiration because in the movie, I'm not going to give spoilers, but they have like all these movies that have different gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that and William Castle was like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and no movies come with gimmicks anymore. It's like, come
And
on,
it's a
be
damn shame.
creative. So I felt like this movie needed a gimmick, and this one made sense. And I just feel like coming with a squirt gun is really cool. Each one's gonna, have our logo on it and everything. So it's a cool idea.
That's awesome.
And if you don't want to spend the extra $5 for a squirt gun, go to the fucking dollar store. I mean, come on, you get a squirt gun there.
Bring your own squirt gun.
BYOSG.
This is currently, at the time that this video is going to drop, the campaign is live on Indiegogo.
Yes, it is.
So you can fund this movie and you can even get your name in it, or you can acquire a piece of screen used goodness or something,
Yeah.
maybe.
We got
or
rubber duckies and cult hoodies.
Yes.
Cult hoodies. They're
Robes.
cult robes. Sorry. The robes are going to have shark teeth on them.
That's sick.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so
And
you
there's-
can
yeah.
do the tape or the DVD or the Blu-ray.
Yes.
So choices are there. And
Yeah, any
I
format you
personally opted for the DVD. But I might get something else too. So,
Associate producer credits.
yeah.
There's also,
I've never produced a film before.
well, here's
Now's
your
my
chance.
chance.
And yeah, you can have your name as a Dakawaka follower.
I saw that. That's very
So-
tempting.
So the Dakawaka follower, you can have your name in the film because of a scene with Pastor Joel. Pastor Joel's Angelic Hour, who's named after Joel Wynkoop from, Tim Ritter's Truth or Dare and Creep, and he recently did the Craiglon incident, whatever. I got part 3 coming in mail. Thanks, Joel. The televangelist Pastor Joel. He's preaching, and you'll name him be on the bottom of the screen, listed as one of the donators. And you also get a special thanks in the credits.
That's awesome.
And a shout out from me, which is basically just your name on a picture. I don't know why people would pay for that. But that's just throwing shade at most of these. But you'll get an IMDb credit.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So there's something for everyone, I think. There's also a Dingo Pizza Party, which I think is really fun for $70. It comes with a bunch of stuff and some other really cool perks. You can take a look at our Indiegogo page.
I'll definitely link to all that stuff
Thank you.
because there is still time to fund it.
Plenty of time.
And you know that once this comes out, I will be reviewing it. ASAFP. There you go.
ASAP. As soon as fucking possible.
That's right.
And buy Spirit Animal. You can also get Spirit Animal with the Indiegogo.
Yes, you can.
I have that on there. No one's picked it up yet.
It's still available, so.
It's still available. Plenty of copies. I'll be at Cinema Wasteland. If this is going up before Cinema Wasteland, I don't know. I'll have these posters. You can get these posters.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I'll
that you
autograph it for free. Free. Personalized.
can
Bingo
magnet.
pizza magnet comes with everything. $2.
I have one on my fridge. I hope that no one ever is at my house and like thinks that it's real.
I hope someone does. I'm Madeline Deering, and you're watching XD and Featurette. Aquafina. Guess how with the Bojack.
Maddie, thanks for the interview. I hope that
Anytime.
everybody checks out her campaign and helps support this movie. Support indie film. Don't be a loser. And look for my review on Bathtub Shark Attack whenever it's available. I hope that you join me and watch it. Thanks for watching this interview. And I'll put her details and all the links down below so you know where to find all that good stuff. But thanks for watching, and thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Do a couple shots. Shots in that.
Are you Pittsburgher now?
I'm trying. I just learned about the term red up.
Why? You
What
never
do you
heard
mean,
of
what?
Red Up?
No! Okay, so this is another good, like, behind the scenes. Like, this is gonna be so fun to put together. So I was at work, and my boss is like, oh, I'm gonna red up the back room. I was like, what?
Oh
It's
my
like, you know,
God.
clean up, red up. I was like, what? I've never heard that in my life. So that's how I learned red up, and I'm disappointed in you, Tim Gross, if you're watching. You didn't tell me about red up. But
There's
you know
things-
about red up.
Well, yeah, everybody does here.
I didn't.
Well, now you do.
I was so confused. Like, what are you talking about, red up the back room?
I learn things all the time that I'm like, is that a Pittsburgh thing? Like,
Like the pretzel, the New Year's pretzel.
oh, I forgot
I
those.
never heard about that anywhere else till I moved here.
Yeah, well, I made one.
You
Make
made
it
one?
every year.
Oh. Give me
good
one.
luck.
Yeah, good luck. Buy it from Giant Eagles for good luck.
Do you sell city chicken in your Giant Eagle?
City chicken? I don't know, we sell chicken.
Do you sell city chicken with the beef and the pork and the skewers? And then
I don't know.
city chicken's a Pittsburgh thing. It's really good. I miss it. That's the one meat I miss.
But I'll buy in some city chicken and that. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying, Tim. Go downtown.
I know Ian's got chip chop ham.
Put it in my shopping buggy.
Yeah,
Even I started saying buggies. I'm like, no, Maddie.
of course.
You grew up with shopping carts, not pop and buggies.
But now you put your pop and your chip chop ham in your buggy.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
And it's funny that Spirit Animal was a very Pittsburgh movie.
It
which is what
was.
some people say, even though I'm not from here. That's probably like Tim. But you know, like, that is something I really like. Like, it really does feel like that. And I kind of hope Bathtub has like kind of the same Pittsburgh feel. Because I like Pittsburgh and I want it to feel like that.
It definitely is
Capture
adding to the Pittsburgh culture. You captured it for sure.
I'm really glad.
And
We're really going to West Virginia. I don't want to go to West Virginia. Someone's going to tell me to squeal like a pig. Come on, Timmy, stop being so immature.
yeah, you always have to hate on West Virginia, even though it's practically the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want Bathtub to have. I even like said, oh, we got to red up this apartment in one part. After my boss did that, I was like, I have to put red up in here because I think it's really funny.
That's cute. I like that.
Already at 26 minutes.
Oh yeah, it'll be cut down to like 10.
Cut down to like 3. Be like, hi, I'm Maddie. Support my movie. The end. Credits.
It's gonna go at the end.